Good evening, everyone. I'm Martin Golden, the Vice President of Development at Catholic Charities Brooklyn and Queens and a former Senator of Brooklyn. And I am delighted to be here to thank you for joining us tonight for our first ever Catholic Charities Brooklyn and Queens online Giving Day. This tonight was supposed to be our annual Bishop's Humanitarian Award dinner. But these times call for safe gatherings and creative solutions to getting together. And I am delighted we can get together tonight in this way. I'd like to start the evening by welcoming the Reverend Monsignor Alfred Lapinto, President and CEO of Catholic Charities of Brooklyn and Queens and affiliated agencies.
I'm pleased to welcome you to Catholic Charities Brooklyn and Queens online Giving Day. Recently, Pope Francis has returned to conducting his weekly audiences with the faithful. His theme for the audiences is healing the world. At the center of this theme is the word solidarity. The call to building a world devoted to solidarity is a call to not only recognize our interdependence and our interconnectedness, but to make it the guiding principle of our actions. Catholic Charities Brooklyn and Queens, with your assistance, has this as our ongoing mission. And certainly in times of crisis such as these, an increased effort is made to recognize our interconnectedness and interdependence. During this COVID-19 pandemic, staff of Catholic Charities, with your physical and financial support and assistance, has promoted solidarity with those struggling throughout Brooklyn and Queens. Permit me to share some highlights. Catholic Charities has increased food pantries throughout Brooklyn and Queens that has so far distributed over $4 million worth of food assistance, hosted 11 emergency pop-up pantries, and increased our parish-based food pantries, serving over 45,000 people to date, and blessed with the assistance of 150 volunteers. We continue to offer remote learning for children in our early childhood development centers. And we are providing telehealth services through our behavioral health centers, where we regularly help 8,000 community members in need of support. We are also offering counseling to so many who are experiencing crippling anxiety or fighting to maintain their sobriety during this pandemic. We continue to offer home-delivered meals and outreach to our homebound elderly and seniors. We have also started 2 new construction projects for senior affordable housing, one in Brooklyn and one in Queens, which will add 240 apartments with supportive services. From young families in need of food to older adults making choices between food and prescriptions, Catholic Charities responds to the request for help on a daily basis. By supporting them, you are making a difference in the lives of countless individuals throughout Brooklyn and Queens. I thank you so much for joining us on this Giving Day in support of this vital work. At this time, I'm pleased to premiere a new video highlighting the important work that has taken place in 2020, as well as sharing a glimpse of the work that will continue in the months and years ahead. I hope you enjoy it.
I've been with the agency for 38 years. I've been through a lot. I've been on our 9/11 disaster team. I've been on our Hurricane Sandy team. I've never seen anything like this. Each time that we do a pop-up, we prepare for at least 1,500 people to 1,700 people. Once we run out of the food bags, we also have food vouchers that we give to about 120 people.
When I working for 25 years on one place, they shut down like this. I finished working by March 20, and I'm still today. I don't have a job yet. I never gave up. I picked up the bag like 11 o'clock. So I got home. My wife waiting for me. Right away, he opened the can, put on a stove, and they started cooking. By 3 hours, we sit down together at home. We share this soup and something else, vegetables, tuna, and a can. On that moment, anything is good. When I close my eyes, I say, whatever I shared on this moment, for sure, it's a lot of people who I see on that moment over there, they share it too.
Sí, porque te van a tomar una foto.
Para mí significa todo, porque pues yo sin trabajo, mi marido nos significó mucho con la ayuda que nos están dando, porque pues realmente lo necesitábamos, el dinero, la comida, porque pues no sabíamos, estábamos desesperados que pues mi niña está chiquita y decía que mami tengo hambre. Me dice, vamos, o ella se desespera porque que quiere salir a la calle. Entonces yo lo tenía que explicarle. Yo le digo, no mami, no podemos salir porque allá afuera hay un virus. Le digo, y ese virus mata. Le digo, no podemos salir. Ella quería salir al parque, pero le decía yo que no, porque no podemos salir. Y me dice que por qué. Me dice, vamos a comprar comida. Le digo, no tenemos dinero. Le digo, porque papi no tiene trabajo. Pues sí, yo realmente les agradezco a la Caridad Católica que me ayudó en darnos la comidita y para pagar lo de los biles. Eso fue una gran ayuda que yo y mi familia recibimos y pues se los agradezco mucho y ojalá y Dios los bendiga y les siga dando a la gente que nos ayude, que nos está ayudando con lo poquito que nos ayuda. Se los agradezco y que Dios los bendiga y que Dios les siga dando más.
You know, it's God's work, our hands, and I'm going to cry. I'm just so proud of them. I really am, and what this agency is doing.
The need is overwhelming. We have in excess, I would say, of 5,000 plus on the waiting list for the senior apartments. I would say that the key, particularly in the housing, but in everything we do, in all honesty, the key is to ensure that what we're doing is helping to enhance the life experience of the people. So you don't want them to feel that, in a sense, there's an isolation. You want them to feel a connectedness. In the newest construction that we just signed over in Astoria, adjacent to one of our existing buildings, one of the key pieces of the design was to build in the senior center. And the benefit of the senior center is that it provides meals and activities for the people not only living in the building, but the people from the community. It's not just running an apartment building, it's creating a community.
We come together in a rather unique way this year. Our future is the children, and the more we provide them with all that they need in order to mature and to grow, excelling in their skills, their talents, and their gifts, the better we'll all be as we go forward into the future.
Congratulations once more to the class of 2020.
We need a rocket ship and a spacesuit for my trip. When I'm flying by, racing across the sky.
COVID has forced us into a new world. Okay? And as a result of that, the struggles are to figure out, how do you operate in this new world? How do you provide quality service? How do you help people to adapt to what the future is? It was an education not only for the people we serve, but it's been an education for the people who work for us, who offer that service. The telehealth is a classic example of that, in the sense of how much more you can do using that technology, and how, in a sense, the person can get that service, while they're at their home.
I met good people here, and we just built a trust, and I kept working things out, and it's just the dream come true. I can't believe that how much I improved. When I first got schizophrenia, I internalized it. I didn't talk that much because I kept hearing voices and telling me to hurt myself or hurt somebody else. So I kept going in and out of the hospital. My confidence has gotten better, and my self-esteem has gotten better. I think more positive about myself. I have a high school diploma and 2 college degrees. I went to St. John's University, and I went to Pace University. And after I got sick, I couldn't use those degrees anymore because I couldn't work anymore. And just because you can't work anymore doesn't mean that you can't make a contribution to society. This can happen to anybody. Mental illness can happen to anybody, and the hearing loss can happen to anybody. I would recommend Catholic Charities to anybody else like me who had mental illness to come here to get treatment, and I recommend it, highly recommend it.
When people are struggling, one of the most important things is to know that you're not alone, that others care for you and are willing to accompany you in that journey. I would say that that's what we would hope people would consider when they make a gift to Catholic Charities. That's what they're supporting. As we close out our 2020 Giving Day, I want to thank you for joining us with your presence and support. It is essential as part of the ongoing effort, in the words of St. Paul VI, to build communities of love, which have at their heart, in the words of St. John Paul II, the principle of solidarity. We are proud to say that you have helped us raise $800,000 today. We raised a total of $400,000 in support through your donations, which were matched by a generous anonymous donor. Your support provides many with the helping hand they need to get back on their feet. The mission of Catholic Charities is to extend to all the healing and empowering presence of Jesus. It is reflected in the work and dedication of its staff and volunteers daily. At Catholic Charities, our call is to serve those in need. Compassion is indiscriminate. The call is heard not only by our highly skilled staff, but also by our hundreds of friends in the local communities. The mission cannot be served without the critical contributions of each one of you. We are honored that you are supporting this important work. In closing, may God bless the spirit of generosity which is evident in all of you. Thank you.